Hi, thank you for inviting us to speak to you today. My name is Rachel and I am one of the MECFS patient members of this patient advisory group. I'm currently moderately affected by my MECFS. I have been ill for over 10 years. To give you an idea of the impact of this illness, I have lost my career through MECFS and am now retired on health grounds. It is a difficult situation to accept. At my age, and having worked so hard to build my teaching career, it has been tough to admit to myself that I will not be standing in front of a science classroom again. That part of my identity is gone. I'm now a wheelchair user and am often housebound without the help of others. I can feel very ill after simple activities like taking a bath. I am often unable to prepare my own food, suffer with cognitive difficulties or brain fog, have difficulty sitting or standing upright for long, and have poor mobility. I often experience considerable discomfort and sometimes pain. At times my sleep is disrupted, at other times I have an overwhelming need to sleep. I rely on others to help me care for my children, clean my home and enable me to get out and access the world outside of these four walls, a world that I really miss being a part of. The most difficult feature of MECFS to cope with, however, is the cardinal defining symptom of post-exertional malaise known as PEM. This feature of the illness means that when I do any activity, cognitive, physical or emotional, that takes me beyond what I can usually manage, I suffer payback in the form of all symptoms being dramatically exacerbated. This may be delayed by up to 72 hours and may last for days, weeks or beyond. Pacing helps me maximise what I can do within the boundaries set by MECFS and minimises the risk of payback, but it still remains an all too frequent experience. This is the feature of the illness that I find most disabling. But I am one of the lucky ones. I have a supportive GP and supportive friends and family. With help, I can lead a good, if restricted, life. I have, however, seen firsthand what this illness can do in its severe form. MECFS has impacted my family for around 30 years. I have seen how severe ME can leave a person bedbound, unable to reach the bathroom, unable to attend to their own personal care, unable to bear touch on their skin, unable to be hugged, unable to tolerate even the sound of another person's speech, unable to tolerate light even with the darkest sunglasses. I have seen how it can rob a person of the ability to speak, of the ability to chew or swallow solid food, how it can cause seizures and vomiting and ongoing pain. I have seen how it can rob someone of their life for years on end with no hope of a cure. Over the years, I've seen medics bemused and powerless when confronted with the symptoms of this illness. I have seen them distance themselves and become dismissive, unable to handle their own impotence in the face of the severity of illness that MECFS can cause. Progress is being made, thanks in no small part to the efforts of researchers like yourselves. There is a greater understanding and acceptance of patients' experiences as the biology underpinning this disease is slowly unpicked. Despite this, there are no new treatment options and no cure. Many find that, whilst the support of specialist services can be valuable, they remain significantly ill and disabled by this illness. It frustrates me to be in this position, but worse still, I'm now watching this illness steal my teenage daughter's health too. She has been ill now for 3.5 years. She is following the guidance of the specialist but remains too unwell to attend school. She is watching her teenage life, missed experiences, friendships and education pass her by. In her own words, "You are alive, but it's not living. It is just existing most of the time. It is like you are watching life through a one-way mirror. You can watch everyone else and see what they are doing, but you can't participate and they can't see you." It breaks my heart that MECFS does not just destroy the lives of patients like my daughter, it renders them invisible too. Like many others on the patient advisory group, I am highly motivated to engage with researchers to support robust biomedical research into this vile illness. I want to see progress for the sake of my own family and for the millions of others suffering the impact of this illness. I have told you my story, but this patient advisory group is made up of others whose lives have been impacted just as harshly. We did not know each other before being brought together to form this group, but we are all united in our wish to see a solution to this illness. We represent a cross-section of the MECFS community. We are patients, ranging from recovered through mild to severely affected. We are parents and carers of family members with MECFS. Some of us have several family members affected. But we are not just ME patients and carers. We bring with us experience of ME CFS, but also qualifications and experience in the fields of law, investment management, science education, college lecturing, management of a university department, journalism, medicine, general practice, biochemistry, immunology and the pharmaceutical industry. Several patient advisory group members are or have been involved in ME CFS charity work, patient support and advocacy. In the main, our careers have been curtailed by ill health and caring responsibilities, but we are far from giving in to this illness. In short, as a patient advisory group, we have a wealth of experience to offer you and the greatest of incentives to do what we can to support biomedical research. We cannot overemphasise the importance of your research into the biology of this horrible disease. Thank you for being involved and thank you for letting us help you.